Hello everyone. Today I wanted to tell you about MCQST START Fellowship, what it is. So before going to MCQST START Fellowship, I would like to tell you a little bit about MCQST. So it is Munich Center for Quantum Science and Technology. It's actually a excellence cluster, so meaning a lot of money is invested for a specific topic, and from German research foundation. And here are several participant universities. For example, there are two participating universities. One is LMU, which is also in Munich, and TUM, which is Technical University of Munich, where I work. And there are partner institutes, the Deutsche Museum, Max Planck Institute, Walter Meisner Institute. So there are several people working on same topic and trying to solve certain questions, and there is a lot of fund invested for that, and the details you can find in this is the number for this excellence cluster. And if you look to the website, here you can learn more about it, MCQST, what is mission, what is goal. But and there are a lot of members. For example, you can go through all of them, but my main topic is not today to tell about this cluster, but I wanted to tell you about the START Fellowship which I have. So there, if you go research and then you go to sport, there are several possibilities. For example, you can have equal opportunity possibilities, bachelor programs, master and doctoral programs, and then there is a postdoc, a distinguished postdoc program, and then there is a START Fellowship. So this is what I have, and I wanted to tell you about it. So the MCQST START Fellowship is also known as Junior Research START Fellowship. It can be really considered as a junior group leader funding. I can explain to you how. So you get, if you're selected, you get a budget of 300k euros for 2 years. And in these 2 years, you can use this budget for whatever you want. So you can use for equipment, you can use for hiring staff, for example, PhDs or postdoc. And you can also use it for your own position, but usually your position is really funded by the institute, and you use this to make your mini group. You hire staff and you buy a lab equipment. And there you can see the process to apply all possible requirements, but the all requirements are here, but main important thing is the proposal. You can see it's only 2 pages of research outline, so it's really your research idea. So the proposal is not very long, it's really short proposal, 2 pages. You really have to give a really concrete, clear idea and explain a little bit about it, but it's not really a long proposal. And then there is an upcoming deadline, which is January. So if you wanted to apply for it, you have to contact the PI already, and he has to agree that he will host you, and then you can also discuss your proposal, your idea, and whether you will hire people or how you will utilize this money if you are successful. There is a interview involved, and for interview I will make a separate video, but in principle the idea is that you have to explain your research and also about other things, for example your research background. There is also a guide guideline provided when they will invite you for an interview, but usually you have to provide your previous research and your future vision, as well as your achievements. You have to briefly describe about it. There are many fellows in START Fellowship. You can actually learn about them here. So I got START Fellowship in 2021, but actually I started in 2022. So my START Fellowship will end next year in March. And it's actually really nice. You can learn about them further by clicking how their experiences, what they feel about the STAR Fellowship. Sometimes there are some blogs also inside. But what I wanted to emphasize in this, all instructions are here, but what I wanted to tell you how is different from the normal postdoc. So there are some clear differences. One big difference is that you will be a part of a cluster, so you can do a lot of collaborations and you will meet people from really different perspectives. For example, I work on materials, but there are people who are working with NV centers. There are people who are working really with quantum networks, quantum computers, and there are people who are working with NMR. So you can really collaborate with different people. You can learn different techniques. And moreover, you can really think of building your own small group. For example, in my case, my position is funded by institute. As this START Fellowship is different from postdoc, but it's only 2 years. So when you hire a PhD, it's a little bit confusion how will you be independently supervised. So actually, although this fellowship is only 2 year, but there is usually a commitment from the university that they will provide the funding for third year of for the third year for a PhD student if you have, and that's really nice. Meaning you are really doing an independent supervision. In my case, our group leader is Christian Bach is really nice. So indeed, I really learned how to do independent supervision. So you can really learn and you can buy equipment. In buying equipment also, I think I learned a lot of things. I made really a lot of mistakes. And you make a lot of mistakes when you first learning these things. So I think it's a really nice training. If you want to make a big group later on, it's really a very to the point and really good training. For 2 years, it's not too long, it's not too short. In 2 years, you can really learn and you can also supervise your student for the third year. And this 300K is actually not a small amount. You can really use it for several things. For example, some part of it I use for a PhD student, and part of it is used for a cryostat. I haven't paid for all money for the cryostat, but part of it is contributed there. And you can hire HEVI students, research assistant, and you can also use some of this budget for your own traveling. And I think that's more or less about the START Fellowship. But along with the START Fellowship, there are many more benefits you get. For example, there are a lot of training programs. I have to see where they are, but I cannot find it at the moment. But in principle, there is a lot of training programs which you can do. For example, I did the training for leadership and diversity and equity. And there are many more other trainings. And I recently applied for a big grant, and you can have a coach arranged by MCQST, and they will pay for it for your training. So you can also learn how to write proposals, how to do a talk or a seminar for interview, there are some more things which you can suggest, and there is a lot of freedom which you will get, and you will connect with many young as well as experienced researchers. With this, I think I conveyed the message that there are some differences if you apply for a normal postdoc, or later on when you have some postdoc experience, you apply for a START Fellowship, which can be MCQST START Fellowship or some other START Fellowship. They comes with a lot of benefits. So it's really nice if you can apply for such funding. And if you have questions or I can help in anything, then you can contact me. Thank you very much. And link will be in the description box.